As much as she's known for her music, superstar Taylor Swift is equally known for her love life. And now that she's dating NFL star Travis Kelce, it's clearer than ever what went wrong in her previous relationships. Back in 2008, Taylor Swift and Jonas were a true teenage dream when they coupled up and were featured in thousands of tabloids. However, their relationship was more dramatic and brief than the public initially thought. Fans learned that Jonas wasn't the princely character he was made out to be after Swift infamously called him out on an episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, saying that he dumped her in a quick and brutal fashion. She told Ellen, "When I find that person that is right for me, he'll be wonderful. And when I look at that person, I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18. Swift went on to allegedly write about their brief romance in her song Forever and Always, with the lyrics lamenting the breakdown of their relationship. For his part, Jonas also allegedly fired back on the Jonas Brothers' track Much Better. But a few years and several high-profile relationships later, the two seemingly made up, with Swift publicly acknowledging the drama years later. Swift joked on Ellen in 2019, "Yeah, that was too much. I was 18. We laugh about it now, but that was mouthy, just teenage stuff there." While it's unclear whether or not Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus are still friends, they were definitely known to once share the same taste in men. In 2009, both stars were involved with then-rising actor Lucas Till. Till first caught attention starring as Cyrus's love interest in Hannah Montana the movie, which also featured Swift in a cameo role. Around that same time, Till appeared as the object of Swift's affection in her music video for You Belong With Me. Teen magazines plastered pictures of the three all over their covers, and fans speculated about the love triangle, though neither relationship was deeply publicized. While both Swift and Cyrus kept relatively mum about their short-lived relationships with Till, Till himself wasn't as silent. In a 2009 interview, he was asked a tricky question: which of the two entertainers was the better kisser? Even worse, he actually answered,
I liked kissing Taylor a little more.
Another hunky teen actor that Taylor Swift spent time with was Twilight star Taylor Lautner. From appearing together in the film Valentine's Day to embracing on stage at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, the two Taylors were hot and heavy for a brief moment in time. Yet their whirlwind romance was over as soon as it began, and the bittersweet ending inspired the songstress to pen one of her iconic breakup songs, Back to December. Unlike most of her other relationship songs, this one focused more on the mistakes made on Swift's part. But more than a decade later, Lautner and his wife, also named Taylor, joined Swift on stage during her record-breaking Eras tour, signaling that all bad feelings were lost with time.
Tay is the sweetest human being on earth.
Yeah.
So it kind of was just a perfect situation.
After moving on from her breakup with Taylor Lautner, Taylor Swift broke the norm from the young Hollywood heartthrobs and briefly dated the much older John Mayer. At the time, Swift was 19 and Mayer was 32, and they began a short but serious affair after collaborating on a single Half of My Heart. When Swift released her album Speak Now in 2010, the truth about their relationship was revealed to the world through a series of damning songs. This included the now infamous Dear John, which blasted the older singer with lyrics that included, "I lived in your chess game, but you changed the rules every day." Mayer reportedly responded with his own breakup song, Paper Doll, but not before blasting Swift in the press for using her gifts to embarrass him in song. He told Rolling Stone, "I think it's abusing your talent to rub your hands together and go, wait till he gets a load of this." Ironically, Mayer went on to famously date another pop singer, Katy Perry, who is known for holding her own diss track competition with Swift. John Mayer wasn't the only brooding older man that Taylor Swift dated. Her time spent in the fall of 2010 with actor Jake Gyllenhaal later became the stuff of legend, especially after releasing the All Too Well Taylor's Version music video in 2021. In the video, which many Swifties believe is about her fraught relationship with Gyllenhaal, stars Dylan O'Brien and Sadie Sink portray a feuding couple, playing out their angst while Swift sings. While Swift hasn't spoken directly about her former flame, Gyllenhaal eventually spoke out about Swift's All Too Well to deny that it was about him. He told Esquire, "It is her expression. Artists tap into personal experiences for inspiration, and I don't begrudge anyone that." After her breakup with Jake Gyllenhaal, it was Taylor Swift's turn to play the older lover. In the summer of 2012, the 22-year-old star entered a relationship with 17-year-old Conor Kennedy, grandson of Robert F. Kennedy. While this wasn't the first time she dated a younger man, it was the first time that she publicly dated someone still in school and who wasn't a performer. Plus, rumors swirled that Swift was obsessed with the Kennedy family, especially after she and her beau reportedly crashed a Kennedy wedding and refused to leave. The summer love came to an end in October 2012, with sources citing long distance and Swift's grueling schedule as the cause. When pressed to talk about their relationship, Swift was coy.
I don't talk about my personal life in that great detail. I write about it all in my songs.
As is her style, she eventually wrote a ballad about her former boyfriend, but this time, not about their breakup. Fans believe that Begin Again, off her Red album, describes her optimism about her relationship with Kennedy on the heels of her split from Gyllenhaal. It made headlines when Taylor Swift and Harry Styles got together in the early 2010s. Styles, then a member of the boy band One Direction, caught Swift's eye in early 2012. The two spent a whirlwind year together until reportedly parting ways by the new year. In classic Swift style, she took to her songwriting to lament the end of her romance. She wrote several songs for her album 1989 that were allegedly about their relationship, including Out of the Woods and Is It Over Now, the latter of which was released in the Taylor's version edition of the album in 2023. Styles, in turn, penned One Direction's hit Perfect, with some rumored remarks about his ex-girlfriend.
So here we go, the one about Taylor Swift. No!
The two eventually buried the hatchet, even reuniting at the Grammy Awards in 2021 and 2023 to exchange pleasantries. But fans of both artists still see the remnants of the romance that was in their lyrics years later. Styles told Howard Stern that he wasn't bothered by the idea that someone might write a song about him.
What it means to me to write a song about somebody else, and for someone else to do that, I think it's like it's like flattering.
Though it lasted a brief 15 months, the relationship between Taylor Swift and DJ Calvin Harris was a star-studded spectacle, but their breakup was messier than many realized. According to an anonymous source, Harris was reportedly intimidated by his girlfriend's fame, which made him avoid accompanying her to events where she would be accepting awards. He eventually broke up with her, citing their 5-year age difference as another factor. A source told People, Taylor somewhat lacks real-life experience. Things got testy when Harris responded to a report that Swift was allegedly the person who really wrote Harris's hit This Is What You Came For. He called his famous ex out in a series of since-deleted tweets, saying, "You need someone new to try and bury, like Katie, etc. But I'm not that guy. Sorry. I won't allow it." At the time, Swift was famously feuding with Katy Perry and Kim Kardashian, inspiring her infamous Reputation era. Harris later took ownership of his behavior, telling British GQ, "When it ended, all hell broke loose. Now I see that Twitter thing as a result of me succumbing to pressure. It took me a minute to realize that none of that matters." During the summer of 2016, Taylor Swift moved on from her messy breakup with Calvin Harris by spending some quality time with actor Tom Hiddleston. After meeting at the Met Gala, the pair vacationed together with friends and appeared frequently together in Instagram and paparazzi photos. While Swift never spoke publicly about Hiddleston was keen on praising his lady love to the press.
She is amazing.
It was this type of behavior that reportedly led Swift to calling things off after a few months. A source told Us Weekly, Taylor knew the backlash that comes with public displays of affection, but Tom didn't listen to her concerns when she brought them up. Later, Hiddleston said that what the pair had was real, but the relationship taught him to better guard his private life from the public eye. He told the New York Times, "I'm protective about my internal world now in probably a different way. That's because I didn't realize it needed protecting before." Taylor Swift's longest public relationship to date was with British actor Joe Alwyn. The two were together for 6 years and even ended up writing songs together for her albums Folklore and Evermore.
It was a surprise that we started writing together, but in a way it wasn't because we have always bonded over music and had the same musical tastes.
But even after making music together, the duo called things off in 2023. Sources claim that even after such a long time together, Swift didn't see them meshing well in the future. A source told People, "The differences in their personalities have also become harder to ignore after years together. They've grown apart." Swift has since used her talents to share the pain she felt during their relationship. She wrote in You're Losing Me, "I sent you signals and bit my nails down to the quick. My face was gray, but you wouldn't admit that we were sick." There were even rumors that Alwyn had cheated on Swift with his co-star Emma Laird from The Brutalist, but nothing has been publicly confirmed. Alwyn eventually addressed their split after years of staying relatively silent. He told The Guardian, "I think I've done what lots of people who find themselves in the public eye do, which is just try and ignore it." Shortly after her 6-year-long relationship with Joe Alwyn, Taylor Swift embarked on a tumultuous fling with Matty Healy, the rebellious frontman of the 1975. The two initially met in 2014 and had flitted in and out of each other's lives since, but they put things into high gear when they officially got together in May 2023. Between appearances on stage during the Eras Tour and hitting up fashionable hotspots in NYC, the paparazzi descended upon the pair. But within a few months, their hot summer fling fizzled, and the pair had separated. By the time Swift released her album, The Tortured Poets Department, Swifties pointed to several scathing songs thought to be about the rocker, including one song titled The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Swift herself never spoke publicly about the fling, and Healy chose to brush it off when asked about it. He told TMZ, "I haven't really listened to that much of the album, but I'm sure it's good."